Welcome back to S15. Today I'm ditching the four-wheel drives and I'm working on some Jap crap. A lovely Japanese sports car. Right next to me I've got a mate's S15 Nissan Silvia that he's asked me to fabricate a custom strut brace for. If you're new to the car world and you don't know what the purpose of a strut brace actually is, well, basically its purpose is to brace and stiffen up the body of the car, which then allows the suspension to work more efficiently. And in the case of those hooligans out there that like to take their cars to the track, the strut brace immediately turns you into Scott McLaughlin and you'll be breaking lap records left, right and centre. Now that you know what the car is, what I'm making and why I'm making it, let's get into it. Whoa, hold up. We can't forget S15's tip of the day. When you're manually custom fabricating pieces of metal, sometimes you have to create a part that has complex shapes or curves or has holes that need to be in particular spots. Well, more often than not, the easiest way to capture these features is to draw them on CAD. Cardboard aided template, that is, just like what I've done here. Now this will be going on top of the strut tower, just like that. Then it's just as simple as tracing it out onto metal. Alright, now that we've got the tip of the day out of the way, let's get into it. Alright, now that we've got the strut brace all made up, now it's time to make a jig for it. Well, that wasn't so hard now, was it? Now, some jigs are pretty, some jigs are ugly. However, this jig right here, well, that's closer towards the latter. However, the most important thing with a jig is that it functions like a jig. Now that we've established that this jig isn't going to win any beauty contests, we can run through what makes this jig actually work. Now, we've got this end piece here. This dictates what angle, the position, what rotation that this end plate is actually located in. It's also got 3 bolt holes which line up with the strut brace. So all you have to do is place 3 bolts through these holes and that locks it in. And obviously the same on the other side. Now with these center sections, these pieces are actually quite simple. We've just got a couple of bits of angle iron and the tubes just sit against them. So these bits of angle iron, they just dictate the height and the forwards or rearwards movement of these tubes. So like I said, very simple, but it works very well. Now for the final feature of this jig, the height. Now if I was to place this strut tower on the bench, I wouldn't be able to weld underneath these tubes. So the purpose of lifting the strut tower brace up like this is so that I can simply weld underneath the tubes nice and easily. Makes my life just that little bit easier. I think we've now talked about jigs enough for today, so let's get into some welding. And we've got the strut brace all bolted up. By the way, I thought I'd take a seat for this outro because, you know, the Silvia is just that little bit lower than the typical four-wheel drives that I'm working on. Now, the idea behind this strut brace was to try and come up with a design that's not currently available on the market. Now, with that being said, this strut brace will be available very soon. So when it is, I'll be posting a link down in the description of this video to the website where you can grab one for yourself. Now, if you're new to the channel and you made it this far, then chances are you probably found this video a solid 5. So do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button, and do me a favor and hit that like button. That way, everyone wins a medal. Now, with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and as always, SR20s are reliable. Said no one ever.